Live from a place that has quite the reputation, Ship It Stadium. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Buckeyes taking on the Tigers. Dinger alert, Singy. This guy's gone yard more than anyone in the league so far.
Yeah, Boog, I've had this one marked on my calendar all week. He changes games with one swing. Seriously, though, why do they keep pitching to him? It's just a launching pad.
First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. And on the hill in this one, Jones.
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
Just missed. Here comes a pitch. Swings through that one for strike two.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And now the center fielder. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Got him swinging.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
And now the first baseman. And that one hammered hard. Going back. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Pitch misses. Full count, 3-2. He's trying for third. Got him swinging. Out at third. And that ends the inning.
When you get thrown out at third with 2 outs, you kind of want to keep on running. Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
And we're back. And on the hill today, Thompson. Singing, he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now at the plate, Joe Daniels. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Now the left fielder. Clips the corner, and it's 1-2. One out, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. We played an inning, no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And now the right fielder, Darren Cruz. Two and one now. And a foul ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Outside. And that's ball 3. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now here is Cam Smith. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2.
Second inning here, no score. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Inside, ball 2. Out towards right center field. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting 6, the second baseman, Cody Clemens.
Here's the second baseman, Cody Clemens. The 2-1. Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
And that one cutting but missing down low.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And here's the catcher. The 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second. Now it's the DH, Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
And that misses. 3-1.
3-1.
And he walked him. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Here's the center fielder. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Stepping in, Ethan Flowers. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Jacob Brady, the next to hit. The 1-1. And there's a foul ball. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The other way, and it looks like trouble. Coming home. He'll score.
Well, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Here's the third baseman. Clips the corner, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We head on now to the top of the third. The Tigers out front, 1-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. On the ground to first. Brady steps on the bag, and a quick out, number 1. Here's the veteran outfielder, Masataka Yoshida. That's off the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike. On the ground right side. Tosses to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third.
The batter, number 55.
Now a chance for De La Cruz. And strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And that's ripped into left, base hit. And that extends the inning.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Now the number 2 hitter. Backed off the plate that time. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Schultz keeping him close. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Next pitch is downstairs. Swing and a ground ball, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And here is Joe Daniels. Now a check swing at the 1-1. Look down to first, and yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Earl Hendricks. Just missed.
Great ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. On the ground, 2-ball. Flips it, 1 and second, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's the left fielder. Swings and misses. That's strike 2. Two outs, base is empty. And he grounds one to the right side. And it's off the bag.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now it's the right fielder, Kenny Jackson. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick. Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. And we're back. And here's the first baseman, number 3.
Number 3.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
And now Darren Cruz. That's outside, and the count is 3-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swings through that one.
3 balls. 2 strike.
On the ground. On the run, sends it over to first.
Out.
And very nicely done for the out.
The batter, the third baseman, Cam Smith.
So digging in, Cam Smith. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Just missed.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Foul ball.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Michael Scott. Scott recently earned Rookie of the Month honors. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And now the center fielder, the 2-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And that one fouled off. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the speedy catcher, Ethan Flowers. The 1-1 is fouled off. Up and in, 2-2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two down, nobody on. And the sweeper is off the plate. Brady in the on-deck circle. Two outs. Struck him out looking. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Clemens.
The 1-1. And that one missing low.
You know, this group of hitters showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Montgomery under this one. And there's one down.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
And now the catcher comes up to hit.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one missing inside. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 3. Right through there for a strike.
Okay.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So now the DH spot, Gabriel Arias. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball. 2 balls.
Straighten him
2
up a
strikes.
little bit.
Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the 5th. Strike 3, got him swinging. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Masataka Yoshida digs in now. Gets him to chase after that one. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So digging in, Jacob Brady. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Now the third baseman. Next offering is in for a strike. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. That one in the dirt, and the count is 2-2.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman. Struck him out swinging. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. Back to the top of the lineup. And now the shortstop, De La Cruz. Here's a 1-1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Wan Young Tan up and loosening in the pen. Hedrick, the lefty, warming up as well. The shortstop takes the ball.
All set to throw pitch number 100. He needs a quick inning here if he's going to be able to make it through 6 complete.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swung on, belted. That's going back. Back some more. And that one is gone. And that should quiet this home crowd. And we're all square. It's 1-1.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Next is the speedy first baseman. That one the other way. Throws to first in time.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Darren Cruz. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Drilled out towards left center field. Montgomery ranging back onto the track, and he makes the catch. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. All even at 1 apiece. Tyler J. gets handed the rock out of the pen. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Joe Daniels. Falling behind 2-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Glenn Otto preparing to come on if needed. Little getting loose as well. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. And a swing and a miss. And now 1 away. Now the left fielder. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Just off the inside edge.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
1 down, base is empty. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
That one missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
And that one in the air center field. Gomez on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. On the mound now, Won Young Tan.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Here's the third baseman, Cam Smith.
The third baseman, Cam Smith.
Next offering is downstairs. Just off the inside edge.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
The batter, number 2, second baseman.
So up next, Cody Clemens. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Next pitch misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good job to fight that one off. Two now. Got him. And that's the first out. Here's the catcher.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Here's a 1-1. To short, could be 2. The flip, there's 1. And that's 2.
He's out.
Got the batter to hit it exactly where he wanted. That textbook 6-4-3 double play, gets out of the jam and back in the dugout.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Michael Scott.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Okay.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Here's the center fielder. The 1-1.
No.
With the go-ahead run at first, here the bottom of the 7th. Runner on the go. Cut on and miss. Throw. Save.
Down the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
Goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And here's the catcher, Ethan Flowers. Line drive, base hit. Heading for the plate. The throw home. But it's offline. He will score. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
1 down, runner at first. And now the first baseman, Jacob Brady. Runner on the go. Pitch outside. Throw to second. Ow!
Man, I see him trying to be aggressive right there late in this ball game. Try to add on to that lead. You know, I really like the thought, but it just didn't work out that time. Nice job by the defense right there to keep things right where they are in terms of the score.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Elvis Peguero gets the ball now.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Jose Tena.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Ripped on a line. And there's one down.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there and just going to have to sit on it.
Here's the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. One down, base is empty. Popped up. Brings it in, and there's two away.
Now back, number 55.
And the batter will be the shortstop, De La Cruz.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Two down, nobody on. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now pitching.
Glenn Otto gets the call from the pen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now the third baseman, Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
One-two now. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. And the leadoff man aboard. Here's the second baseman. Got him swinging on the curveball, and there's one down. Joe Daniels will hit next.
Joe Daniels.
Pickoff throw, and he's back in safely. One-run game, one out, one on. Strike two. Movement in the bullpen. Tommy C., a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Now the number 2 hitter. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Otto checks over to first, and he's back. And there's a ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Kenny Jackson to bat next. Right through there, got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Now pitching.
McKenzie comes on trying to close it out.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
The center fielder, number 39.
This one in the air, center field. Montgomery sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Next pitch way upstairs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
You know, varying speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
So they're down to their final out. And now the right fielder, Darren Cruz. And that's outside. And that's ball 3.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. McKenzie is just 1 strike away.
He's mixing his pitches really well, late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 2 outs. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.